this sheet right here. Looks a little different than it did last month. So I'll need a motion to accept that.
I move that we accept the payable bills for June.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Laverna Chambers, Jake Russman, Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Approval of the financial report for May.
Can I talk about that?
Yes, Vicki, please enlighten us.
So we got a new program and it took us some time to get it together. We just finally got it downloaded and things set to work on Wednesday last week. And we had an issue getting into the bank statement so that I could give you a proper statement. That is why you're getting that page the way that you got in, just what we took in. Because I did not have the time and I did not have the information that I needed to do it. We could not, we found out the bank statements are downloadable, they are not sent to us. So Donnie got that fixed today finally. So that is the best that I could give you, is what income that I took in and what bills that I am paying. Next month you can get something much better.
Yes, yeah, next month we'll have everything covered, a good report, bank statements. If anybody wants to see a bank statement, I'll be glad to.
They're here.
Okay, they're on the table. You can look at the bank statements if you'd like. So, we just had, with the transition,
I just did not feel comfortable without a bank statement to tell you exactly what income we had or what checks have cleared. I didn't have that information. So that's the best I could do without being given what I needed to report to you.
And part of that was, and we were provided the username and password, but the password, once Larry was taken off the account, it was no longer usable. So that was part of the problem. They cleared Larry's password out, so we couldn't use it.
I like having copies of the bank statement. I think that's a good idea. I like that.
So what program, why did we have to change programs?
We, Larry actually suggested it to me last year to look into it. It's the second module on that Medlin program he uses. That way you can put the checks in the program, so all the checks are in there, the payroll and the accounts payable check, so it prints one report off. So there's not two, like an Excel and a Medlin. It's going to be all one report from the Medlin software. That way there's no handwriting in the checks anymore either. They're all going to be printed with stubs and everything from the software. We hadn't gotten that far yet, him and I, but it was in the works eventually.
What did that cost? Is that in one of the bills
$75.
payable?
It should be on the bills payable. I used
Is
it.
that the Office
You used-
Depot?
You used the credit card and I didn't have that information.
Was that the Office Depot?
No, the Office Depot is
think
the
it was-
printer.
And the toners.
On
paper.
It's $75 for that, and it's on the, we didn't get the most recent, the credit, you put it on the credit card. I don't have a statement for the
I mean,
credit
that,
card.
all that program was like $75.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, for the, just like the payroll part of it is, it's a different module of payroll of that same Medlin program. I'm sorry, I thought I emailed it to you.
You gave me, I have the receipt, I just don't have the credit card
Oh, that's
stuff.
true.
I didn't want to give it to him until it's settled, if there's a discrepancy.
That was just purchased on Wednesday.
That's why it's not on here.
Yeah, so for this month,
There really
this
isn't a
page
financial,
is
yeah.
our financial statement.
It's the receivables. And the payables is
which
what they already
basically
approved.
entails the receivables and none of the
We
other.
could always table it
I
next
was,
month and
Yeah.
remind.
I was just going to make a motion that we table approval of this month's financial report until next month when it is available.
Anybody want to second that motion?
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Roberta Chambers, Jake Russman, Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Report from the village officers. Maintenance, village treasurer, you have anything else you'd like to say, Vicki?
No, just that, I'm just gonna bring out my folder. If you have anything for me, I will leave this folder here all the time. I plan to check it once a week, so if there's checks or bills or reimbursements, if you don't email it to me, please just leave it in here for me then. And did everybody get the new email address? Okay. And that's it.
Village clerk?
Don't have anything.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know, Pat Hasty was recently in a motorcycle accident. He's in the hospital right now. And Mrs. Hasty asked me yesterday for a building permit to do a ramp, remove a window, put in sliding doors and a small deck to get Pat in and out of the house. He's currently paralyzed from the waist down, correct? Chest down. So, so they're gonna have some projects going on there to get the house ready for Pat. And so I was hoping that the board would waive the permit fees for them to help them out as much as we can. So that's, I just wanted to bring that up, see if you guys thought it was a good idea, or if you had any suggestions or concerns. I would like to waive those fees.
Is it just the one fee?
It's just gonna be a one permit. Well, it's a 20, so it'll be a $20 permit, and then some, and then the cents per square, it'll be less than $100 probably, I would imagine. She hasn't turned in the permit yet, so I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I'm guessing it'll be less than 100.
Could we take a
It'll
look?
still be turned into the county and everything like it's supposed to be, but as far as on our end, I'd like to see those fees waived.
Could we take up a collection to help pay the fees or cover the fees?
We could, but I mean, it'd just be just as easy just to
Yeah.
do away with them for this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to, letting it slide. It's just, the problem is if we do that, then how many other people are gonna come up with,
Well, it's not very often something like this
I
happens
agree,
in
I
town.
agree, and I'm not trying to be a
I-
bad guy at all, I'm just saying
Karen
if we do
also
it for
served on
one.
as mayor for like 8 years. It's not like they have
Huh?
a four.
And I was on the board for
I understand what Rebecca's saying though too, and I'll tell you what, rather than do that, do any of that kind of stuff, I'll pay whatever the fees are, okay?
How about if I split it with you, Rick? I would
Let's go
split it with
first.
you.
How about if you just let us know how much it is and we'll throw in?
That way, we're not setting a precedent for somebody to,
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Can you just let us know how much it is and I'll throw it?
It's nice of you guys.
Yeah, let us know what the permit is and whoever wants to will chip in and I'll make sure it gets covered. How's that?
Thanks, Rick.
All right, thank you, guys. Is there anything you want to say? I'll have a-
Thank you very much. This has been a very trying time for both of us.
Okay, items for consideration and possible action. Discussion and possible action regarding the golf cart ordinance. We've talked about it several times. I just have the Hudson golf cart ordinance and the El Paso golf cart ordinance. So I just want everybody to review them, look at them. We can pick and choose different things, or just adopt one or the other, if you'd like. So I just want to have a good discussion on that next month. Possibly move forward with creating our own ordinance next month. Also, the what you might want to think the fees would be, and what we could put the fees towards, whether it be the park or trees or roads or whatever. Discussion and possible action regarding the payroll services, moving to outside source. Which one do you guys want to? Jen's going to discuss that for us real quick.
Did you get that? The ADP stuff?
Mhm. There's a couple options with this. We can continue to run the payroll and get the checks through the Mundaline software that we do. However, the quarterly reports could be done outside, or we could move all of it to ADP, where it would be direct deposit and kind of out of our hands. Somebody else would take complete third-party control of it, over it.
Which all the reporting for the IRS would be done on an outside
Yep.
source.
The-
If anything ever happened, if one of the reports is wrong, it wouldn't be our fault. It would be on whatever agency we use. So.
It'd be 941s, the UI 340s if that's 940s, all of those. The monthly, if we did everything in-house, or if we did everything through ADP, it would be $62 a month for the payroll. Or if we just had someone else do the quarterlies and file those, it would be $175 a quarter for the quarterly reports.
So tell me again, what's the big advantage of having them do it?
Well, there's several. One is the paychecks would be direct deposit. Two, they take care of all the financial reports, all the
Pertaining to payroll.
pertaining to payroll. There's a whole list of report. I don't even know where they're at.
It's 941, the Illinois 941, the UI 340, 940, and the W-2s.
And how often do those have to be done?
Quarterly.
It just takes the chance of anything getting messed up or not reported correctly out of the equation, and everything would be safe and sound.
Let me ask this, I assume ours would be part of payroll, which would be direct deposit. Would there be some type of report when somebody's not here, not paid, or not supposed to be paid, and that sort of thing? And you said it was how much per month?
It runs 62, approximately 6250 a month is what I figured through ADP. And
if
that's
they-
for, so, go ahead.
If they just did the quarterly, that's just the reports, that's not doing checks then?
Correct, that's 175 per quarter. And then 225 for the fourth quarter with the W-2s. So 175 times 3, 225.
Or the 62, right?
For the what?
Or the 62 for the whole thing.
For the
right?
whole thing, yeah. And the 6250 includes the quarterly filings.
I love the idea personally.
So we're looking at about $600 a year, basically.
744 if we go monthly and 750 if we do it the other way. But my question is, number one, where's it coming out of the budget? And number two, the treasurer got a increase this year, so I don't understand the process of more money for less work, which I know it's not hers, I'm just in general. You know, it doesn't make sense to me.
I will tell you honestly, I have payroll experience. I've been on this board for a long time and I've done a lot of the quarterly treasurer stuff. I have no knowledge of that 9-0 whatever or the quarterly, so it isn't going to help me in the end. I can learn it, sure, but I would not like the idea of screwing up somebody's report and causing an original one.
Well, but the program that we have has all that.
Well, we can learn it together, because I don't,
Yeah, I don't know.
and
I just don't see paying out more money when what we have has worked. And I'm sure that if you, yes, I know he's sitting here, and I'm sure if you'd ask him, he would show you how it worked. Because it's, I know, half hour. Yeah, it does. That way, it's here, and we're not paying more money. And
Does that do the quarterly reports?
it
And Medlin,
the Medlin provides the amounts that need to be paid in, but then you have to go to like My Tax Illinois, I believe, to pay the Illinois. The 941 is a paper return that needs to be filed. The 940 is a paper return that needs to be filed. I believe you can file the UI 340, the IDS one online, I believe. And then W-2s. I assume that the Medlin prints the W-2s.
is that right? Medlin will print all
Well,
that?
if you don't allow me to address it, I'll tell you what it'll do. It'll do all of it. The program, it's a very simple program. It costs $95 a year, and it does the work. All you've got to do is put the numbers in. You've got to fill out a simple report. Your 941 is still just punching in a few numbers, and most of that's already punched in with the program. So to spend $700 or $800 a year more to do what a $95 a year program will do is kind of ridiculous.
So where's this $95 a year program at?
It's on the
That's the
laptop.
one that we currently have.
We have till July 31st to figure out how to do the second quarter, so we have time. And if Larry's willing to give us a tutorial, I'm sure that we can figure it out.
I personally would like to see it done with what we have at this point for at least the first quarter and see what,
The first quarter's done, Larry's taking care
well,
of the first quarter.
with our new whatever program and treasure and whatever, and then go from there. That's my opinion. I mean, this isn't something we have to do this meeting, is it? You may find that what Larry is saying is absolutely correct, and it's fairly simple to do with this new program.
Yeah, and we just talked about how neither one of us had experience with some of those reports.
If I can figure out the program I use at work, you can figure out that one. There's a lot of
Okay, so
make a motion that we table this, any action regarding an outside payroll service until we've tried what we have for the quarter.
I'll second it. Okay, thanks. So the next thing is, no, I'm sorry, well, we don't, I don't know.
I guess we,
I don't think we have to vote on tabling. We're just not taking the action. Does that sound good?
Then I withdraw my motion.
So the next subject is a discussion, possible action regarding the amending the existing ordinance regarding the fence in regard to the Kappa Men's Club, to have them, or have them file for a zoning variance. So we can, as a book, the Kappa Cabana would like to build a privacy fence, an 8-foot privacy fence. Our zoning code does not allow for an 8-foot fence. So in order for me to issue a building permit, we either have to amend the ordinance or have them file for a variance. Both of them are not very fun. So the I just don't know if you guys are for just having them file for a variance, and so it's just a one-time thing, or we can do the amend the ordinance to include 8-foot fences. We have to do one or the other if we want them to build the privacy fence. So and they both require about the same amount of work, the same amount of money. They both require public hearings. They both require us to be here. So
What's the limit now? The,
I believe it's 5 foot or 4 foot. It's 4 or 5 feet, I'm sure. Actually, it's 6 foot.
What is the fence gonna be constructed with?
Wood. I believe it's wood, like dog-eared panel kind of privacy fence. To so if we amend the ordinance, we have to have a 7-member zoning board committee. That can be you guys or anybody. I just have to pick 7 people to be on that committee. So, and they'll have to show up at the same time.
and what if we just do the variance, what do we have to have?
That is for the variance. And the ordinance, we have to have a public hearing to make sure, we have to put it in the paper, give everybody notice if they wanna come and dispute that, they can show up and dispute that in front of the board.
I would rather see a variance simply because I'm not sure I want an 8-foot fence or 10-foot fence next to me. So, look like a wall, somebody can come in and put up a brick wall or something. I would rather just see a variance.
I would rather see variance. Because honestly, the reason you don't see towns with 8-foot fences is it does have a lot to do with storms and more risk to damage to property. The higher up you go, the worse it can be.
Mayor, can the ordinance be for just a commercial property, or has to be with the whole city?
No, it's just on,
No, if you amend the ordinance.
if we amend the ordinance, it would just be for business districts,
Okay,
not, it wouldn't be residential. I guess that would.
that's what I thought his concern was.
Do we actually have?
We only have one business district.
Exactly.
Do we actually have a business district at this time?
To have it amended would be, either way, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, I guess, but the, we wouldn't have to have that special committee if we just had it amended.
Is that an additional meeting?
The fee for the variance is $300, and the fee for the, to amend the code is $400. That doesn't, I mean, Lou would have to pay either one of those, so that doesn't.
But then there's the publication and the public hearing, that's
They
additional
have to
board pay.
No, they have to pay all the costs.
I don't believe there's any additional board pay.
There used to be, unless you guys have changed that, if you go to a special
No,
meeting,
there
you
isn't.
pay.
Yeah, they would have to pay for the publication in the paper, the
Unless you did it in a regular
$300 or the
meeting.
$400, and then they also have to pay you guys for being here.
Well, if you're just talking amending for the business, then I don't see that to be a problem. But I agree with Rick, I wouldn't want, 8-foot fences
There
in
wouldn't be,
everybody's yard.
it wouldn't be amending the residential building code, it'd just be the business district code.
What about the resident that's next door, how they shoot their way?
She's all on board. Both of them.
Just asking.
I would move that we handle this as a change of a zoning ordinance, so we'll have to have that written out correct.
To amend it,
Yes, to amend it.
That's second.
to do it. Any discussion on this, guys? Roll call, please.
Richard Carter,
Yes.
Max Russman,
Yes.
Verna Chambers, Jake Bressman, Becca Bailey,
Yes.
Julie Stein.
Yeah.
Motion carried, thanks. And then the last thing on the agenda, or for this part anyway, a discussion of possible action with regards to, is your community ready for recreational cannabis? Steve Mart informed me that we may want to take some kind of safety precautions or have some kind of ordinances that go along with that. So the packet is there. Look that over and we can discuss that next month. Anything on that, guys? All right, public comment?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Sorry. First off, I think it's wrong that your mayor has to thank you for standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I think it's an embarrassment on you if you ain't proud enough to stand on your own without being thanked, and you're not showing that flag any respect. There are 2 copies, the flag code.
So
You can laugh about it all you want,
I
Don.
just have to laugh, I'm sorry.
You're an embarrassment to the community. But there it is. On the backside, it's got how to display and respect. I'm not going to respect that flag because you're improperly displaying it. I'm not going to stand and recite the pledge because you can't respect that flag. Secondly, here's your ordinance. I got 3 copies of it. One goes back to 90, the other 2 2017. Things interfering with peace and comfort, sound, animals, or things which interfere with the peace and comfort or disturb the quiet or